Good morning. I am on my way to Novelty, Ohio, where we are meeting Dave, an electrician, who is going to change out a meter base on a house. And it's funny because I was thinking about what I miss the most about being in the trades is going to all these different places, never going to the same place every day. And if you like that kind of variety in your life, then the trades might be for you. Hopefully we get there in time. CEI is supposed to be disconnecting the power so this meter job can get done. So we'll pick up at the job site. All right, so this is Dave and Dave. Dave is the electrician. Dave is Dave's electrician's Dave.
Yeah.
So explain to me what's happening here today, sir.
We're going to be changing a 200 amp meter base because there's a crack lugged in there and it is on the verge of shorting out. And we found out because we're getting ready to do a panel change in here because of Federal Pacific breakers.
Oof.
So we had a double whammy, but we went to pull the meter and it's an underground service and there was no expansion joint. And over the years, the ground is heaved and thawed and it actually broke the lug right here. So this whole piece is floating in the breeze in the existing service.
My. So the expansion pipe is what this is right here.
Yes.
So this helps deal with frost heave, right?
Yes.
That's what the goal is. So the actual ground will move up and down when it gets cold and it gets warmer, and that pipe will move with it, this pipe here. So cool. So I actually beat CEI here. Is it CEI anymore?
Yeah. It's First Energy.
First Energy. They're down there parked. The meter's down there. Let me see if I can, or not the meter. The transformer's down there, and they're going to disconnect the power in the transformer so we can safely do this. So that's one thing about big power, guys, that you guys need to understand is that while yes, you should fear it a little bit, but you should respect it. You should know that it can kill you. So anytime you do electrical work, shut the power off first. Okay, so explain to me how you discovered this and how you're going to fix it.
Well, we discovered it because we were working in the kitchen changing the recessed cans over to LED, and I noticed that the lights through the entire house were flashing. And it was just a noticeable drop and an increase, and it was like, okay, it went through the whole house, telling me it was with the service and not just one circuit.
Okay.
And we went downstairs and discovered a Federal Pacific panel, which is known for problems. We did some testing and I told the homeowner we need to change the panel because Federal Pacific breakers don't react like a normal breaker. They will sit there and let the fault current go through, which causes damage and cause the wire to heat up and catch fire.
Huh.
So we had scheduled to go ahead and do the panel change, and in conjunction with the panel change, I have to shut the power off. And the easiest way for me on this particular service is to pull the electric meter.
That's the meter that the electric company comes and reads how much your electric bill is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's on the outside of the house?
That's on the outside of the house. And after we cut the tag and I removed the cover and grabbed a meter, that's when I noticed a broken lug and noticed how close it was to shorting the house out. That broken lug was going to touch the base of the meter, which is screwed to the house and the neutral, and the house is all aluminum siding, so basically it would have energized everything on the outside of the house.
Oh my goodness.
So, and it would have done two things. It would have caused a fire, it would have blown the transformer down below, and somebody seriously could have got hurt or this house could have burned down.
Wow. So if you wouldn't have taken the time to notice that things were not so how they should be, how can I put this? If you wouldn't have taken the time to notice that you had voltage drops and things like that when you were just here simply to change out some lights, Their house could have burned down.
Exactly. You know, at this stage of the game, it's people should be noticing if they have flickering of the lights throughout the entire house, just not one little lamp, but through the whole house.
Huh.
And the question is, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
So, would it be fair to say that you're a hero?
Well, some people say, and I'm just an electrician doing my job, trying to keep people safe.
Well, awesome. Well, I'm glad we're here to do this. So here's the meter base. This is where CEI comes and figures out how much your bill is by reading these dials. So this pipe here, the one that goes into the ground, is supposed to have an expansion in it for frost heat, but it doesn't. So what Dave was saying is inside this box, hopefully when we get into it here in a little bit, we'll see the damage. But there it is.
Here. See it? See where it's busted off right up here?
Oh yeah, look at that. So the right side is supposed to look like the left side, but this big old honking wire is pulling down.
See all I could do to protect it from shorting out against that.
Oh my. So can that cause a fire?
Yes. And it's aluminum siding.
Oh God, arced everywhere. Fun.
So this, look, this is all I could do.
This is awesome. It's just flopping in the wind.
Yep. And I had commented before, I said I thought your lights were blinking.
Yeah.
And
Boy.
There it is. We're in the process of dismantling the old meter box. So just so you understand, these three wires, these three giant wires that come up from this big pipe are the feed from the transformer out at the road. That energizes the meter, and then these wires here, ones that go here and go down into the house, feed the panel in the house. Big packing nut. Just to let you know, it is 33 degrees out here, so it's not fun. It's hard to work with gloves on, but... Question number one, what do I miss most about being a contractor? So quick question, Dave. How long have you been an electrician?
34 years.
34 years. Holy cow. I was 12 when you started your career. So the nice thing is, in that last video we had the two meter boxes next to each other. They're essentially in the exact same position where the wires connect. Here, 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 and right in the middle. So we could have just taken these screws out and mounted this new socket bracket in the old box, but then it wouldn't be pretty. So this is going to be a plug and play situation, which is always good, except for the fact that we need to put an expansion joint into this pipe. So that's going to be a little bit of work. The trick here is cutting the pipe, but not cutting the wire. Question number two. How long has Dave been an electrician? So we got the pipe out of the way because we need to make room for an expansion joint. And at this point, really all we got to do is put it back together. So like I said, plug and play. And then it has to be inspected, which is happening in about an hour. So we have to take out as much pipe as room as the expansion joint takes up. So that's what Dave's cutting out. With a handy dandy little generator. It's a cute little thing, isn't it? So really important job. I have been the gopher on this job. Go for this, go for that. So what these little plastic rings do, here's another one here that we took off, is when the wire comes up through, you don't want the wire casing rubbing against the threads. Essentially, this is kind of like a little, we'll call it a pipe thread condom. What's the real name?
Bushing.
Bushing. Well, there you go. So here's my next question. What is the absolute first thing you do before you work on anything electrical? So actually the easy part's done. The box is mounted, the pipe's ready to go. What's difficult is manhandling these giant wires. They do not bend easy, and one of them needs to bend around in a complete U. Actually, two of them do. So there we have our feed wires coming in. They're all attached.
Okay.
Dave still keeps working with his gloves off. It's cold.
Stick them inside your pants.
All right, so here we are, putting the last wire in, last lug. And because these things tend to slide around,
Okay.
I had to hold it down.
Now.
Well, hello? We can walk and talk. Go ahead.
Okay.
So now that all the wires are back in, and what's the next step?
We are waiting for the building department to come out to inspect and give us the green tag. And from that point, then we will contact First Energy once the green tag is here, and they can come back and put the meter back in and restore power to the house.
So the building department is coming here to inspect to make sure you did it right.
Yes.
So what a lot of people don't understand and they don't know is the reason why you get inspections is it's actually a protection for the homeowner. It protects the homeowner from the contractor. At least that's the purpose.
Yes.
At least that's what we're told. All right, Dave. First off, I'd like to say thanks for letting me and my class come and do this. Hopefully they get out of it. I mean, you're always good at teaching while you're doing stuff, so I appreciate that. So thank you very much.
Okay. Hey, thank you for coming, and thank you, the class guys. Good luck and have fun.
Cool.